Hello, my name is Patrick Kimilu and you're watching a special report on gender-based violence in Kenya. Gender-based violence continues to be a major concern in Kenya, with recent incidents highlighting the urgent need for awareness, prevention, and accountability. Among the most shocking cases is that of Mary Claire, a young gospel singer whose life was forever changed after a brutal acid attack, allegedly linked to her former partner.
Justice for Claire.
Justice for Claire, and may you get well soon.
Mary Claire, affiliated with the Seventh-day Adventist Church, is currently recovering after sustaining severe injuries during the attack. Reports indicate that the assault was premeditated, allegedly orchestrated by her estranged boyfriend following a disagreement. The case has sparked widespread outrage, with many Kenyans calling for justice and stronger protection for victims of intimate partner violence. Acid attacks are among the most extreme forms of gender-based violence, often intended to cause permanent physical and emotional harm. In this case, the incident has raised serious concerns about safety within relationships and the warning signs that are often overlooked.
Who am I? Dan.
Mary, habari?
Mzuri.
Mimi unanijua? Naitwa nani?
Mike Sonko.
Oh. Pole ya? Tutakusaidia.
In response, former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko visited Mary Claire in the hospital and pledged to support her medical treatment and pursuit of justice. His involvement has brought increased attention to the case, amplifying public discussion around gender-based violence.
Tulimdanganya kutoka Uyugi akakuja tukamshika. So utapata justice, ha? Unasikiaje sasa? Pole, utakuwa sawa,
Mary Claire and the man at the center of the story had allegedly been involved in an affair that lasted close to 8 years. What made this more complicated was that the man reportedly was married. Despite that, the two maintained a relationship that over time became deeply entangled emotionally and eventually dangerously. To the outside world, very little was known, but behind closed doors, things were not as stable as they may have seemed. Last year, the situation took a serious turn. Mary Claire reportedly filed an assault case against the man. Details surrounding the incident remained unclear to the public, but the report itself signaled that the relationship had crossed into a space of conflict and harm. What had once been a long-standing affair was now marked by allegations of violence. For a moment, it seemed like that would be the breaking point, but the story didn't end there. In March this year, the situation escalated even further, and in a much more disturbing way. Reports began to circulate that Mary Claire had been attacked with acid. According to the allegations, the attack was not random. It was claimed that the man was involved and had sent some goon to carry it out. An act like that shifts everything. What was once seen as a complicated relationship story suddenly became far more serious, a case of alleged target violence. The kind of incident that leaves not only physical scars but raises urgent questions about safety, justice, and accountability. As news spread, public reaction was immediate. Many expressed shock at how a relationship that lasted nearly a decade could end in such a violent way. Others pointed to the earlier assault report, questioning whether the warning signs had already been there, and whether more could have been done to prevent the escalation. The story also reignited conversations around toxic relationships, especially those built on secrecy and imbalance. An affair that stretched over years, layered with emotional dependency, conflict, and alleged abuse, had now reached a breaking point that played out in the most tragic way. At its core, this is not just a story about two people. It's a reminder of how unresolved conflict, power dynamics, and prolonged instability in a relationship can spiral, and how, when situations like this are not addressed early enough, the consequences can become life-altering. What began as a hidden relationship has now become a public case that continues to raise more questions than answers. In a separate incident, a young man was injured after attempting to intervene a confrontation between a woman and a boda rider over a fare dispute. Witnesses say the situation escalated quickly, and when he stepped in to defend the woman, he was attacked by other boda riders. Despite the violence he faced, many Kenyans praised the young man for his bravery, with social media users describing him as a good Samaritan who risked his own safety to stand up for someone else. The incident has sparked conversation about public safety, mob behavior, and the risks faced by individuals who try to intervene in conflicts. These two incidents, though different in nature, highlight a common issue: conflicts escalating into violence, often with serious consequences. Gender-based violence in Kenya continues to manifest in various forms, from domestic abuse to public confrontations, affecting individuals and communities alike. Experts point to several contributing factors, including societal norms, economic stress, and power imbalances in relationships. In many cases, harmful attitudes and lack of conflict resolution skills can lead to a dangerous situation. While awareness around GBV has increased, many cases still go unreported due to fear of stigma or lack of trust in the justice system. Advocacy groups continue to emphasize the importance of speaking out and supporting victims and addressing the root cause of this violence. As Kenya continues to confront this issue, cases like Mary Claire's serve as a powerful reminder of the urgent need for change. At the same time, the bravery of individuals who stand up against violence highlights the role of the society can play in protecting one another. Ending gender-based violence will require collective effort from individuals, communities, and institutions to create a safer and more just society for all. End GBV.